Fox Business Alert, the Department of Justice's unprecedented criminal investigation into the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has unleashed an outpouring of support from global central bankers. The European Central Bank issuing a statement saying, quote, "The independence of central banks is a cornerstone of price, financial, and economic stability in the interest of the citizens that we serve. It is therefore critical to preserve that independence with full respect for the rule of law and democratic accountability." That statement, signed by 10 central bank leaders, including, of course, Christine Lagarde of the ECB, Andrew Bailey of the Bank of England, Michelle Bullock of Australia, Tiff Macklem of Canada, and Chang Yong-ri of South Korea. Meanwhile, Wall Street's biggest bankers are speaking out in support of the Fed chair. JP Morgan Chase chairman and CEO telling reporters before this morning's earnings call, quote, "Everyone we know believes in Fed independence, and anything that chips away at that is probably not a great idea. Will have the reverse consequences. It'll raise inflation expectations and probably increase rates over time." Diamond isn't the only CEO joining the Powell defense squad. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, BNY CEO Robin Vince. BNY is a global custody and asset servicing bank with $59.3 trillion in assets under custody and administration, along with something like, $2.2 trillion in assets under management. Robin, what is your comment about Jay Powell and this criminal investigation launched by the Trump administration's DOJ?
Well, Liz, thanks again for having me. It's great to be with you on a day. Today we released our full year earnings, so it's sort of a great day here at BNY, capping some of the work that we've been doing over the past 3 years. But to your question, look, I think that the work that the administration has been doing to put the economy front and center, to really have America have the very best economy in the world, the most powerful economy, the one that's really delivering for the citizenry, that is a top priority, and we applaud the administration's focus to do that. They've laid out very clearly that it was about trade, it was about tax, and it was about regulation. And by making progress on all three of those, they were going to be able to unleash a great economy. And that is, in fact, what we are enjoying. And it's what we're looking forward to, hopefully, in 2026. And so when we look at the most important market in the world, it's actually not the stock market. It's the US bond market, because that's the market that underpins confidence in the US economy for all participants, both here and all around the world. We get the benefit of that, the benefit of it for the currency, the benefit of it for the strength of the US economy. And so doing anything that's going to be able to chip away at that is, in our opinion, a little bit of a risk. And so the administration's focused on affordability, making sure that all citizens in the United States can enjoy the benefits of the prosperity that their work on the US economy is delivering. That's the key thing. And so to do something that disrupts the bond market, that calls into question one of the pillars, which is central bank independence, which has served the US economy incredibly well over several generations, we just think that that maybe not be in the best interests of the administration, because their focus on the economy and affordability is really where the game's at.
Kind of interesting how you did this big wind-up saying, you know, a lot of stuff before getting to the heart of my question, which was, I mean, Fed Chair Powell is under unprecedented attack right now, and he would argue that it is politically driven and not having anything to do with what the DOJ says, which is mismanaged finances for the rehab of the Fed building. That said, listen, there are GOP senators, not just Democrats, but a huge list of senators, we can put some of them up on the screen, who are not happy about this investigation. Tom Tillis, Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, John Kennedy, John Thune, the Senate leader. He said there better be some there in this investigation, because this is not great. That said, let's talk about what has been good for you. Even with these high rates, BNY has done very well. In fact, your stock is hitting an all-time high today. Your earnings certainly underscore that. Tell me what it is that you've been able to do, even with the rates that President Trump thinks are somehow too high, and yet banks are killing it across the board.
Well, what we've done, and we're a little different in terms of a financial institution. We're not a typical bank. We're not a retail bank. We're also not in the glamour businesses of investment banking. We provide real core market financial infrastructure that helps the U.S. economy and helps the U.S. capital markets and global capital markets, for that matter, really run well. So that's about software, it's about services, it's about things that really help the capital markets to be able to thrive, to help companies to be able to raise capital, to be able to deploy capital. As you mentioned, managing money, we move money, and we also provide a whole series of different services that actually help our customers look after money as well. So what we did 3 years ago was we recentered the company on delivering more for our customers. And the work of the past 3 years has been all about customers. And that's what we've been focused on. And this year, 2025, that we've just finished, where, as you point out, we reported record net income, and we also reported record revenues. That was the year where we really proved, I think, to the market that there's something special going on in our company. And we're very pleased, and our people all around the world have contributed to that result. And I thank them for all of their work.
Well, investors are liking it. Stocks at an all-time high. We'll continue to follow all of the machinations of the financial world, including BNY. Thank you, Robin.